friends, and welcome back to the Alfa Romeo 4C. Now I wanted to give you a quick idea today of actually what it's like to live with this car, what it's like to spend a lot of time with it, and how it's going to make your weekends 100% better than they already are. So just for disclosure, I don't yet own this car, okay? So I've been lent it by Alfa Romeo. However, I am genuinely considering buying it. I need to have some discussions with them about what price I can basically get and how the process works. So at the moment we're kind of sitting pretty on, this is a living with video where I'm not yet living with it, but I have actually had a good amount of time spent in the car to kind of give you an idea of what it's like. Firstly as well, apologies for any camera shake. It's because the setup of this car is designed as a sports car. It's not meant to be the smoothest kind of most comfortable sit back, laid back ride of your life. So you're going to get a bit of sort of stiffness in the suspension, but I'll come on to that a little bit later. The first thing I want to take you through some of the stats. So on paper this car, about 55,000, this one specifically. 0 to 60 speed is 4.5 seconds, which is incredible because it's only a 1.7 or almost a 1.8 I guess engine. It's 4-cylinder turbocharged, but the trick is that it weighs practically nothing. It weighs so little. If you compare it to other things in its sector like the Porsche 718 Cayman or maybe the Boxster, there's a big weight saving that's going on there. It's almost in between that and a Lotus Elise, and that's the way you probably want to think about it. Sat here hooning it through the Leicestershire countryside, I wanted to kind of give you a feel for what the driving experience is actually like. First thing I'm going to say is it's basic. So more than the Elise, so there's more going on than the Elise. You get some kind of niceties like you get stitching, you get a level of detail, the automatic gearbox really good, flappy paddles really enhance that experience. But it's really basic. There's no power steering. There's kind of anything that would have been causing weight gain is pretty much gone. It's the leanest Alfa I could probably ever think of. Don't know how it compares to the 8C, but I imagine it's pretty similar to that experience there. Maybe even more stripped back. As a driving experience, it's really about being a driver's car. It's really experience focused. It's got a super loud engine, if I can give you a flavour. And as a ride, it's actually quite a handful, so you have to really concentrate all the time. You have to really think about your road positioning, where there's camber in the road, where even paint. If there's paint on the road, it's going to sort of throw you out a little bit, so you've got to really kind of wrestle it in. Every day when you're getting in this car, it's a really unbiased, kind of challenged drive. Like if you're going to make a mistake, it's not going to save you. But if you want that kind of sheer experience where you know the technology is not really playing a part for you and it's all about your ability, then this is the car for you. The engine noises that it makes, which drop a gear, that engine sound, a few pops and bangs, it's literally behind your ear so you can hear it all the while. It's because of this carbon tub rather than kind of a traditional chassis, the carbon fibre tub that we're in, pretty much like getting into a bath. It means that it's sat a lot lower to the road. It means that things feel faster, things feel more raw, and you're more connected to the driving experience. And that's something that you've got to get used to every single day if you're going to be using this daily. So good, so good. So practicality wise, what's it actually like? Well, this is kind of for me the main thing. I'm about to get a company car very soon, and part of that means that there's a car that I've got on my driveway that we're doing be doing most of the legwork. It's going to be the donkey, it's going to be covering the motorway miles, it's going to be the sensible car that can get the shopping and, you know, maybe kids in the future, whatever. It's going to be doing most of the grunt work. So it kind of leaves a space for me to have a car that is fun, that I can take out at weekends, and that is really something that I use more as a hobby and a toy than I do as a means to get from A to B. And this for me is exactly what the Alfa Romeo is. It's completely, in some ways, impractical. I mean, the roof takes a long while to come off. The driving experience isn't one where you can sit back and chill and just kind of think about your day and not really concentrate too much on what you're doing. It's a really involved driving experience, and it's not going to be the one where you're going to want to take it to work every day and sit in traffic. It is completely a head turner, so people do pay attention to it. They love what it is, but also they're curious, because not many people really get to see these every day. I've actually had loads of people since having this car come up to me and say, oh, what's that? Like, I've not really seen it before. Oh my god, it's the 4C. I've never seen one in real life. So there's this kind of level of curiosity that really sits alongside this car. It gets people really intrigued by what's going on in front of them. As a daily, it's not something I'd probably recommend. You can't really fit anything in the back apart from the roof. There is some space. There's a tiny glove box which is just behind the cup holder here. It's certainly got more than the Elite. You know, it's a cup holder, there's a bottle holder, there's leather stitching kind of on the top of the car. It's wide, really wide. The AC does work really well, so you can cool down. You know, it's not like you've got an open gated gearbox and you kind of, it's really super highly mechanical, but equally it's not the Cayman when it comes to, you know, daily, and it's not the Mercedes SLK that's just passed me there. It is a lot more basic than that. But that really doesn't stop me from thinking this is a car that I could see me owning. If it was something where I'm thinking, actually, I want to keep it in one county, somewhere near country roads, and somewhere where I can have fun, and I want to be a bit of a poser and make loud noises and really remember why I love driving and why I love cars. This is the car for that. It 100% is. We've taken this car out. We had the team, and thanks to the guys, you know, Carl, Chris, Brian, Gavin, that have been really kind of helping film with this car the last few days. We've had some real fun with it, and the head turning looks, and everyone's come back absolutely loving it and going, my god, it's a handful. When you said be careful, you were right to be careful. But they have come away going, I really want one, and it needs to be part of your dream car garage. It needs to be in there. It is unique, it's really inquisitive, it's just fascinating for people, and as a driving experience, it's about the most raw you can get before you start to get to the Elises and the Ariel Atoms. I think another thing that I'd probably point out is that bikers love this car. Motorbikers constantly going past, thumbs up, waving, looking at it, and that just kind of shows you that the people most connected to the road are the ones that admire this the most. It's an absolute heart tug, and something that I'd really recommend if you want something fun for the weekend. So my big question now, and getting more logical, the running costs on this aren't so bad. You get about 42 miles per gallon on paper. I've really not got that just because I've been hooning it around and loving it too much, but I have done some motorway miles, and I can kind of see why it would do 42 miles per gallon. You know, I don't discredit those stats at all, but it's the investment for me. I think that's the thing that kind of draws me to it as well, and that's kind of the thing that I want to understand a bit more, is the values on these. This one is about £55,000. You can pick them up for about £35,000, but they're really steady and they don't seem to be going any further than that. So as an investment, I think they'll hold quite well. They're a fairly limited run now. They are a good, sensible option if you are looking at where your money's going to go. In terms of running costs, I mean, you've got the stigmatism of Alfa Romeo and the breaking down, but you're going to get that with any decent sports car. So it's one to think about, but for me, it is a good investment, and I want to see where the residual is going to go in the future. They say you're not a true car fan until you've owned an Alfa Romeo, and now I see why. They're so much aimed at proper driving lovers who like just want the experience of all that noise and all that emotion and the excitement that you get with owning a car. And for me, this is absolutely an Alfa Romeo that stands up to that, and I can't help but love it dearly for what it is. I think it's incredible. Guys, thank you for watching. What can I say? This has been so much fun. Hopefully you're going to see me out in it a lot more. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't done already, and give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments as well where you are, where you think you're kind of at with this car, whether you're thinking of buying one. I kind of want it to be a bit of an owners discussion and a bit of kind of prospects discussion below, just to kind of get some feel for what different people are thinking about, whether they should buy one or whether they've owned one in the past. If you know someone as well that's thinking about buying a 4C, share this video with them, or indeed the Cayman. You know, if they're looking at the 718 Cayman, share that with them as well, because they might be interested in this as an alternative. Thank you guys for watching again. Subscribe if you haven't done, honestly, and thank you for joining me with the journey. It's been great to have you along. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace. I'm going to do a shot of me walking up to the car.
Yeah, I'll just get them in there.
So I properly got myself lost. I mean, I'm in the UK anymore. I'm so lost. I'm now on the motorway just to get myself back. That was banging. That was so good.